Hi and welcome back to another video where we rate cars and bikes on a scale of 1 to 10 based on their performance, the safety, the features, and obviously the mileage. But this time in this video, we have 5 electric scooters for you that you can buy under 1 lakh rupees. So let's quickly start this video and let's talk about scooter number 1, which is the Vida VX2. Now you can purchase this scooter for rupees 84,999 ex showroom. And if we talk about the battery pack, it gets a 2.2 kilowatt hour battery pack. The power that it generates is about 8 horsepower and about 25 nm of peak torque. And the charging time is 3.2 hours. So yeah, we are going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. Now, if you talk about the range, now it gets up to 93 kilometers in one single charge. That is the claimed range. And it has a top speed of about 70 kilometers per hour. And we are going to give it a 7 out of 10. If we come to the features of the scooter, it gets a 4.3-inch LCD display. It has Bluetooth connectivity. It has turn-by-turn navigation. And obviously, it has a distance to empty indicator. You have OTA updates, multiple functions. And yes, it has a passenger backrest, rear foot pegs, and a 33.2-liter under-seat storage. And obviously, it has many more features. And because the feature list is loaded, we are going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. Now, let's come to the safety of the scooter. Now, this gets combi brake system. It has a low battery indicator. It has a hazard light switch. It also has a pass beam switch. Apart from that, you have a service due indicator. As I mentioned, it has rear foot pegs, and obviously it gets all LED lighting. So yeah, we're going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. Now, let's come to scooter number 2, which is the Ola S1X, and you can buy the scooter for 84,999 ex showroom. If you talk about the battery pack, it gets a 2 kilowatt hour battery pack. That means it produces about 7.3 bhp, and the charging time is 4 hours and 50 minutes. And yes, we are going to give it a 6 out of 10 because yeah, it obviously has a little less bhp and the charging time is also a little more. Now, if you talk about the range of the scooter, it has a decent amount of range. That's about 108 kilometers to one single charge, which is the claim range. And this gets a top speed of 101 kilometers per hour. And because of that, we are going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. Now, if we come to the features of the scooter, it gets a 4.3-inch LCD display. It gets Bluetooth and internet connectivity. You also get navigation, GPS connectivity, telematics, calls, SMS, distance to empty, a feature list that is really, really long. And you also get USB charging ports. You get cruise control. You get riding modes such as Sport, Normal, and Eco. And you also have a 34-liter under-seat storage. Now, apart from that, it also gets many more features. And since the list is long, we are going to give it a 9 out of 10. Now, if we come to the safety of the scooter, it gets a front disc brake and a rear drum brake. It gets combi brake system. It also has regenerative braking. And apart from that, it has a side stand warning. It has a reverse assist. You also get anti-theft alert, tubeless radial tires. And because of that, we are going to give it a 9 out of 10. Now, let's come to scooter number 3, which is the Honda QC1. And you can buy the scooter for rupees 90,708 rupees ex showroom. So if we talk about the battery pack, it gets a 1.5 kilowatt hour battery pack and it produces 2.4 bhp and 77 nm of peak torque. And because the power and the torque is a little less, we're going to give it a 6 out of 10. Now, if we talk about the range of the scooter, the company claims about 80 kilometers in one single charge, and this thing gets a top speed of just 50 kilometers. And because both of them are less, we are going to give it a 5 out of 10. Now, let's come to the feature list. It gets a 5-inch LCD display. You have Bluetooth connectivity. You have call and SMS alerts. You have a distance to empty reading as well. Apart from that, you have a multifunctional lock, USB charging port. You have a 26-liter under-seat storage and a 1.45-liter front compartment as well. That is for storage. And just because of that, we're going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. Now, if we come to the safety of the scooter, it gets front and rear drum brakes. You don't have a disc brake in this. It gets a side stand warning, and you also have tubeless tires. You get front telescopic suspension and a 5-step adjustable hydraulic rear suspension as well. You have IP67 rated motor. You have hazard light switch, and you also have a pass beam and a low battery indicator. And because of that, we are going to give it an 8 out of 10. Now, let's come to the scooter number 4, which is the Revolt RVX, and you can purchase this for just rupees 94,999 rupees ex showroom. If you talk about the battery pack, it gets a 3.24 kilowatt hour removable battery pack. And if you talk about the power delivery, this delivers about 7.1 bhp of power, and this thing gets a mid-drive PMSM motor and 50 Nm of peak torque. And because of that, we're gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Now, if we talk about the range of the scooter, now this has some pretty decent amount of range. The company claims about 160 kilometers in one single charge, and it gets a top speed of 90 kilometers. And because of that, we are gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. Now, let's come to the features of the scooter. Now, it gets a 3.5-inch color PMVA touchscreen display that has Bluetooth and internet connectivity. You have voice assist, you have GPS telematics, you have call and SMS alerts as well. You can play music, you have ride analytics, and you also have an artificial exhaust sound that you can calibrate from your cluster as well. You also have a key fob and a walk assist as well, immobilizer, eco city and sport mode, and you have a boost riding mode. You have hill hold, and yes, the list just goes on. And because this list is very long, we're going to give it a 9 out of 10. Now, if we talk about the safety of the scooter, you get front and rear disc brakes. You have a combi brake system. You also have hill hold. Apart from that, you have an IP67 rated motor and an instrument cluster as well. Apart from that, you have a side stand warning, a kill switch. You have tubeless tires, upside down forks at the front, and a monoshock at the rear. And you also have reverse assist. And because of that, we're going to give it an 8 out of 10. Now, let's come to the last scooter, which is the Ampere Reo. This is the most affordable of the lot, and you can buy it for just rupees 75,633 rupees ex-showroom. If you talk about the battery pack, it gets about 1.44 kilowatt hour of battery pack. That's an LFP battery pack, and the power that it delivers is about 250 watt. It gets a BLDC hub motor, and it produces 35 Nm of wheel torque. Now, this scooter produces the least amount of torque and power, and we're going to give it a 4.5 out of 10. Now, if we talk about the range of this, the company claims it can go up to 80 kilometers in one single charge, and it has a top speed of just 25 kilometers. So yeah, it's gonna give, I mean, it's not a very fast scooter. It's something that you can just go around your house, and maybe because it just goes up to 25 kilometers per hour. So yeah, we're gonna give it a 4 out of 10 for this. If you talk about the features, a 3.5-inch LCD display, you have a digital speedometer, odometer and trip meter, you have a battery percentage indicator and a multifunctional lock as well. Now, you also have physical keys, a low battery indicator, you have riding modes in the scooter as well. The headlight and the taillight and the indicators are all LED. You have a 24-liter under-seat storage, a reverse assist and a home charging support as well. And because the list is long, we're going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. Now, if we talk about the safety of the scooter, it gets a front disc and a rear drum brake setup. It gets dual shock rear suspension. Apart from that, it gets tubeless tires, a 180 mm front disc brake, a low battery indicator as I mentioned, and you also have a dual frame steel construction. So, we're going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. And here you can pause the screen and check out the ratings that we have given. Well, if you like this video, do give a thumbs up, share and subscribe to all our social media channels. And if you want to suggest any scooters or cars that we can cover in the next video, let us know in the comment section and we will get back to you on that. Until then, I'm Promit signing out. See you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, be safe and ride safe.